I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know once visible, right?
Sure, sure, sir, sure.
Is it visible?
Not yet. Yes, it's visible now.
Okay, so here we will be covering the entire things like, here is the summary. Like in session one, we will plan like, how to perform the installation, how to
Hmm.
install the BigFix inventory and other stuff. Okay.
Huh. Okay.
Then in the second one, we will install the BigFix platform. We will create the license authorization file, download the BigFix installer, install the BigFix server console and first client. Okay.
Okay, it's session two. Okay,
Yeah.
BigFix or the console was client. Okay, perfect.
Okay. And in the third session, what we will do, we will cover up the some core items from BigFix, like how to
Hmm.
install and configure or to pull reports for the BigFix inventory, how many machines or how many servers are running on with whatever the hardware
Hmm.
configurations, right?
Hmm.
Then we
Hmm.
will go with the SQL server. Then
Hmm.
we will enable the inventory and Fixlet. I will let you know what is Fixlet, okay, in this
Okay.
particular session only. Then we
Okay.
will install the BigFix inventory server. Then we will perform
Hmm.
the initial configuration. Actually, all those sessions
Hmm.
can cover in a single installer as well. Okay, I will explain you in
Hmm.
deep. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
In
sir.
the fourth
Perfect.
one, we will set up few users. We will set up few computers and groups. In the fifth
Acha.
one, we will activate the required analysis, whatever it is. Install the scanner, initiate the software scan, right? How to
Hmm.
patch the devices, how to check the vulnerabilities, right?
Collect
Those kind
capacity
of things.
data, schedule, upload, and software scan result. Acha. Initial
So
software
those
scans.
particular
Good.
topics, when you will be able
Hmm.
to see the BigFix console, then only you will be able to understand like uh, for what options or for what icons I'm talking about. All those options will be there in
Got it.
BigFix
Got it.
console only. Okay. So this is just
Got it,
for
sir.
an introduction. Okay. So nothing practical in
Mhm.
this session. Okay. We will start practical from tomorrow onwards. Okay.
Okay.
And in the
And also you can let me interrupt.
mhm,
Actually, if you want for tomorrow, if you
mhm.
want practically what kind of things you want me to set up the lab, I
I will
can
co-
set up lab.
I will come to that point. Wait, wait.
Yeah, yeah.
So in the session 6, 7, 8, all those sessions
Hmm.
will be for you for Q&A and troubleshooting in live environment or in production environment. You
Hmm.
can consider it. Okay. When we will set up our lab and those sessions for you only for your queries and concern. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
now here comes the prerequisites, like what is required to set up the entire lab. Okay. So the software requirement is for as an hypervisor, we will use VMware Workstation Pro. As you can see, it is already
Hmm.
installed in my laptop. If you already install,
Hmm.
it is good enough. If it is not,
Hmm.
so you must have to install this. Okay,
Okay.
that you can do that. It's a basic thing, right?
Hmm. I have already done, sir. I have already done. If you
Okay.
want, I can share with you.
No, no, no. I'm just explaining to you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, perfect, sir.
Okay. And total virtual machines required. First, we must have to create one domain controller, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
in that domain controller, what you have to do, you have to configure ADDS and DNS, sorry, DSCP and DNS roles. ADDS is by default for
It
domain
is
controller only.
DNS. Yeah, DNS is coming by default. So DSCP I have to configure.
Yeah,
So I will do
DSCP
that.
you have to configure. Next machine you have to create for a BigFix server. Okay, what you have
Yes,
to
sir.
do,
I have created.
just create a Windows Server machine and change the host name to BigFix only and join that machine to the domain. That's it. You have
Domain.
to do. Rest
Perfect.
of the things I will take care.
Perfect,
So
sir.
the minimum memory will be required for the BigFix server. It will be 4 GB minimum. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
SQL server basically optional. We can configure SQL server in BigFix server itself, and we can increase the
Oh,
memory of BigFix to just suppose
achha.
like 4 to 6 GB. Okay, so it will act as a local database for this, right?
Sir, I have 8 GB RAM in my laptop physical machine.
Okay.
You want me to increase that?
Is it possible for you to increase it?
Yes, yes. I need to
Uh,
buy. I it take.
okay, okay. Just let me know what is your hardware configuration. Means I'm talking about the generation of your laptop.
It's 8th generation Core i5 processor, 8 GB RAM, and a
Okay, okay,
Windows
okay. You just
10
said eighth generation, right? So eighth generation CPUs are equipped with might be DDR4 RAM, right?
DDR4. Yeah,
Yeah, it's laptop or desktop, what you are using?
it's a laptop.
Okay, so if possible, please do increase. If not, somehow we can manage in 4 GB RAM as well for our learning perspective, right? What we will do, we will eliminate this machine and we will configure SQL in BigFix only, okay?
Okay.
Because we are in testing, we do not have that much of large users and computers group created so far,
Hmm.
right?
But
So
but no problem. I need to arrange one more RAM, like RAM slot. It's one more slot is blank.
okay,
Is
okay, please do
empty.
that.
So yeah, I'll buy RAM 8 GB RAM more, and I'll
Okay, so
configure it. Yeah.
now in the VM you must have to create two machines for a client one, like Windows 10 and Windows
Ach-
Server, that's it, right?
Okay, sir. Okay, I'll do
So
that.
total how many number of means you have to create four machines, like one is for domain controller, one is for BigFix,
Hmm.
one is for Windows 10, and another blank machine for Windows Server. Okay. So for client machines,
Okay.
you can allocate at least 2 GB of RAM will be fine for those client machines, right? But
Yes.
for BigFix, 4 GB is required, and domain controller you can run domain controller on 1 GB itself. Why? Because we have to create only users and group there, right? Nothing else.
Hmm.
If possible, please increase it to 2 GB. Otherwise, 1 GB is okay. Okay, and for the
Okay.
same, I would recommend you to use OS as WinServer 2019. Okay,
2019.
if you
I
don't have, you can
have.
download it from Microsoft. Okay, it is available for
I
free.
think I have. Yes, I have 2019. I believe yes.
Okay, if you have, it is good. If you don't have, go to the Microsoft and you will get it over there for free for 180 days. Okay, no issue in that. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so now this is a summary what I scheduled. Like, okay, now coming to the point, like what is BigFix and why do we need BigFix, right?
Hmm.
So, any idea what is BigFix? Okay, so let me actually earlier it was actually that particular product what was initially introduced by IBM, right? But now it has been acquired by SCL, right? So right now it is SCL BigFix, okay, not IBM, okay. So basically
How
it is
many companies are using any idea, sir? This big fix tool?
any company who having more than 5,000 of computers, BigFix is recommended. Why? Because it is not possible to patch multiple operating system with like SSEM or any other tool, whatever you guys are
Acha,
using,
okay.
right?
And
Why?
what tool are competitor of this?
Look, actually, na, for BigFix, the major reason is that you will get like
Hmm.
SSEM from Microsoft, but SSEM has limitations to
Yeah,
entertain Windows machines only, not with the
only
other
Windows.
flavors like Linux,
Oh,
Mac OS, Symbian, or Unix, whatever the flavor, right? So BigFix,
okay.
if you have multiple servers running on Windows, on Linux, or on Mac OS, or whatever the flavor, okay. So
Hmm.
BigFix is recommended, right?
Yeah.
Why? Because BigFix can cover Microsoft, Linux, Mac, or I'm not getting any other OS in my mind, Unix or Linux, okay. So
Hmm.
basically, it is a multi-layered platform. With the help of single BigFix server or single BigFix console, we can easily manage up to 250,000 physical devices or virtual devices, whatever available, right? We can easily patch
Yeah.
that much of count with a single BigFix console. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and it also cover the your personal computers, laptops, desktops, or even your smartphones or tabs. You can patch with that that particular big fix. Okay. Now, why we do
Also,
not?
it provides protection, sir, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Like, okay.
And also, like, problem is here. Why do we need big fix? So, answer is simple. First one is for the security perspective, right? And
Hmm.
second one is for the patching purpose, right? And another main important thing is that it can cover all the platforms available for operating system, right? So just suppose if you are having 1,000 servers running on Linux and 1,000 servers running on the Windows, so you need some platform. Single means you cannot buy a separate
Well, I see.
patching software for separate like operating system, right? So BigFix comes here into the market, right? And it's already created a monopoly in market. We do not have any other choice. We have to select
Yes, sir.
the BigFix only. Okay. Now, basically, BigFix works on the three principles only. First one is find it, fix it, and secure it. Okay. So
First one is,
first one is find it. Second
what does
one
it
is
mean? First,
I will explain.
identified points.
Second one is
Okay.
fix it, and third one is secure it. So actually, in every device, we have to install one scanner. It is given by the BigFix only, and it's somewhere around 4 or 5 MB application. It acts as a scanner in end user devices. Okay. So what it will do, it will
Okay.
continuously scans the computers for the vulnerabilities or any other outdated patch, something like that, right? So it is scanner
Oh.
task to find it. Find it means it's scanner task to find it like that particular device is properly managed, updated,
Hmm.
secured or not. Okay.
Okay.
So if that
So,
scanner finds any error, okay, in that case,
mhm.
it will immediately report that error to the BigFix server, like this device is not patched completely. Something
So
is
is there any
there.
dashboard, sir?
Yes, yes, you will get one console now. Without console,
Okay.
how you'll work? I'm just explaining
Okay.
what is BigFix. Nothing practical here. Okay, we
No,
will
got it,
cover.
got it.
We will
So,
cover.
sir,
Mhm,
yeah, I understand. So let me ask one thing here.
mhm.
So it scans like vulnerabilities against servers, or it act as a AV, antivirus.
No, no. Actually, scanner is scanner. Okay, antivirus endpoint protection is a different tool. Okay,
Different thing. Oh, got it, sir.
okay.
Got it.
So as I told you, it's works means it's a scanner task to find it, like whether antivirus is properly working or not. It's and like antivirus definitions are updated or not, right? So definition means
Okay.
antivirus is a different tool. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
explaining
got it,
here
sir.
about scanner only. Okay, so what it will do?
It scans only vulnerability against the servers. Got
No
it, sir.
vulnerabilities and your patching status, your software status, right?
Yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
the versions you have installed, Windows versions or any other versions, okay, all
Oh,
it
got
will
it.
cover each and everything. Okay, we have
Okay.
for the same, like how our scanner works, we have to set up few policies from the backend, means from our server console, right? We have to configure
Hmm.
that scanner, like you have to scan those particular things only, like vulnerabilities or patching status or software status, right? So we can configure
Hmm.
it. Means it is not always required to scan the entire computer for everything, right? So we have to
Hmm.
configure this. Then once it will find something, okay, which is
Hmm.
any error, okay, which may be any error. So what it will do, it will immediately report to the BigFix server only, okay, like
Hmm.
this device is not properly patched. Then it will fix it. Means scanner will never fix it. It's BigFix administrator task to take a console of this particular system and we can push the required patches to that particular computer with the console. Okay. So once we got the error, like with the help of scanner, right? Then our administrator computers, sorry, our system administrators or our BigFix administrators have a list of the computers which are not properly managed, right? So then it's BigFix admin job to fix those devices. Okay. And what BigFix admin have to do? He just need to open the console, and over that console he has to select that particular device, right? and he will
Hmm.
push the required updates or required patches to that particular computer. So it's device like big fix admin job. Okay. Now secure it. So as I told you, secure it after fixing each and everything. Your device will be secure, and after that, IBM Big Fix client continuously it will monitor each and every system. Okay, like whether it is
Yes,
in
sir.
compliance or not, operational or not, security policies. It will scan each and everything. Okay, so let me add here scan time. Okay, if I talk about the scan time like when it will scan, right? So for the same we have to schedule like in every 1 hour or in every 2 hour or every 4 hour, right? Because we cannot.
Scan is manageable, right?
Yeah, scan is managed means we need to take a schedule means just suppose if you are on peak means like load is on peak, so on that time we cannot uh, run the initial task, right? Why? Because again it will consume lots of resources. Okay, so for the same we always we always prefer to schedule a scanner task in midnight only. Okay, somewhere around in between 12 a.m. to 2 p.m. or as per the load when there is a minimum load, okay, on the servers. Got it? Now
Okay.
coming to the architecture of the big fix. So as you can see, we have multiple clients from big fix. First one is SCL endpoint manager. So this is a kind of antivirus what you was talking about, right? So it's a
Oh,
kind
acha.
of antivirus. Okay, so it's in internal, it's within the sorry, big fix only. Okay, then again manage server manager. So we will get separate console to manage the server. Then we will got the relay. So relay is nothing. Relay is acting as a secondary server. As for BigFix server means if you have more than 2 lakhs computer in your infra, just suppose, right? So in that case, you must have to deploy at least 2 BigFix servers. So one server will act as a primary and second will act as a relay means whatever the queries means it works as a load balance. It balances the load of the queries means we cannot send 2000 sorry 2 lakhs query to a single server at particular time. Why? It will got stuck. Okay, it will unable to handle that much of queries. So for the same we have to configure one relay as well, so that I will let you know how to configure relay. Then this is a console. As I told you, the endpoint manager console. With the help of that console you will be able to manage each and everything on with the help of single console. So coming to the feature, so as you can see, definitely I'm not going to read word to word definitions. I will share that document with you. I'm just explaining you like, you know, basically if I talk about the feature, so it is a kind of single intelligent agent. As I told you, only one software is enough to manage multiple flavors of operating system. And as I told you, it uses the client for scanning purpose, and that client having less than 10 MB means uses less than 10 MB of RAM. And again, as I told you, single console, with the single console you can manage more than 2 lakhs of computers. With a single server you can manage it, because console is nothing. Console is a GUI tool to connect to the server. That's it, right? If I'm talking about the console, so basically console is a GUI tool. You can connect with your server and you can manage your server in some graphical mode. That's it. So these are the optional. As I told you, relay means if you are having just below that machines, so you are good with single server as well. But if you are having multiple, because sometimes it's happen, just suppose you are using 5,000 physical computers, right? And on other hand you are using VDI as well, so VDI count will be higher, right? Because they are hosted on the hypervisors only. So secondary server and relay are optional, but I will let you know how to configure. As I told you, it's like secondary server, it works for DSA as well. DSA means the disaster server
Sorry,
architecture.
I was in mute and I was asking.
Hmm.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please to say.
Sir, what are the VDI's machine?
VDI is a virtual machines, na? Just suppose, okay, uh, if you are means VDI is a machine which is hosted into your data center and you are accessing that particular machine over the
Your voice
internet
is not
on
coming,
your.
sir.
Is it fine now?
Now it's fine.
Okay, so basically VDI are the virtual machines which are hosted on your data centers, okay? And you are accessing those machines over the storefront server. That's it. Okay. So VDI, for you, there is nothing to do with VDI. If VDI is there, some hostname will be there for that VDI, and that VDI will automatically get listed into your BigFix console. That's it. Okay. And BAB reports, as I told you, it is very, very important for the reporting purpose as well. With the help of reports, you can collect the entire inventory. You can collect the entire errors. If someone asks you from compliance perspective, like, I need reports from this month to this month, so you can easily generate, you can easily export those reports to like Excel or spreadsheet, and you can uh, like publish those reports to the stakeholders who is demanding for the reports. Okay. Again, benefits are same as I told you, like patching and reduced traffic network. Multiple things are there. These are for interview perspective only. If someone asks you, like, as it is simple things mentioned, it will fix the malware, virus, spareware, those kind of things. I'm not going to explain this. So okay, this is very, very important. The Let me rename it to SCL first, not big fix, not IBM now. So
Good.
what is life cycle? Okay.
When
life cy-
SEL took over this?
I'm not sure. I also need to Google it, but it's almost more than 2 years now. Okay.
Mm.
So I now do not remember the exact date, but I think before COVID or after COVID, I'm not sure when it. That you
Mm.
can Google. Okay, no issue in that. So now it is also be helpful
So
to.
your companies uses this tool also, sir?
Yes,
Infosys?
yes, yes, yes. So
Okay.
basically, if I talk about the life cycle, okay. So life cycle is nothing means it's like Big Fix help us to set a life cycle for end user device. Means just suppose for an example, you have bought or you procured a laptop for your company, right? On any date, okay. So what you have to do, you have to set the life cycle for this device in BigFix console. Like just suppose for an example, the device you procured today only. So what you will do, you will configure that particular date to your BigFix console. Like this device is procured on this date, and you need to set the end time, like the life cycle when it's end. So you have to just suppose you can set the life cycle for this particular device is for 3 years. Okay. So what SCL Big Fix life cycle will do, after 3 years, when date is over, it will automatically delete that particular device from the Active Directory account. Means it will automatically retire that particular device. So in that way, we do not have to worry like this device is outdated or this device is end of life, right? Again, also for the patching purpose, all those topics we will cover with practicals only, because if I explain you the definitions only, you will get nothing in your mind right now. Okay. So endpoint management, compliance, protection, all those I explained already. What is inventory? Inventory is nothing. Inventory is just a collection of the physical hardware installed on that particular computer. What are the application installed, right? Those kind of catalogs we can collect with BigFix inventory. IBM server automation. So automation is not part of this one. Why? Because it comes under the L2 and L3 kind of things. Okay. Now, how to identify which target device apply content? You there? You there? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. So now just refer to the document. How to identify which target to apply the content means how to find out the faulty devices or how to find out the device which is not properly patched. Those kind of actions we will cover in with practicals only. Okay, so do not worry
Okay.
for this. Okay, because okay, after this class I will share the document with you. Just have a look. Okay, in that way you will get something. Okay, just have a overview only. Why? Because without practical, all those, like, if I explain you what is fixlet, right? So you never seen what is fixlet, what is task. You might have some idea what is baseline, what is analysis, what is patch management. So all those options are available there in console itself, right? So when we
Okay.
will be covering the practicals, on that time I will explain each and everything to you. Okay,
Sure, sure, sure.
coming to the again applying the Windows patch. So far we do not have any lab created, right? So once we create our lab, then I will let you know how to apply the Windows patches, right? And here your
Okay.
difference, which I told you explain. IBM, again IBM. I think I have opened some outdated document. Okay, no issue. So
No problem. You can replace this IBM to HCL. Just you
yeah,
can control
yeah. Okay.
H.
So here you can see the major difference between BigFix and the SSEM. I already
Hmm.
explained you both thing, like,
Yeah.
SSEM is a product developed by Microsoft, and there's some
Huh.
limitation will be there. Like,
Yes, 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 sir. We
I'm not.
already discussed.
Yeah, that is okay. Here, right? SSEM works well on Windows operating system only, right? But it has limited scope to other operating system like Linux, Unix, and third-party vendor application, right? But
Hmm.
on other hand, BigFix, we can cover all these operating systems which are available into the market, right? And again, as I
Yeah.
told you,
Sir,
with the big,
why are we like comparing with SCCM? Why we are not comparing with other tool?
because there is no other player available in market, that much big player, right? Who can compete with big fix. Got it? We have only single option, HSCM. Now, they guys also release one more update. If you heard about it, like MECM. Okay, Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. It is a updated version of SSEM, right? That
Oh,
is,
now we don't say SCCM. Now we say MECM, right?
yes, MECM, but this
I
is
heard
not
about it. Yeah.
not the part of this class. This is just for you only. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So now with the help of Big
Sir,
Fix,
let me ask one more thing. Like, are
mm,
you familiar with TSSA, BMC?
sorry, come again.
Are you familiar? Are you familiar with TSSA, BMC tool?
No, I never heard about that tool. I'm not sure what is
Okay.
that actually, because I have worked in multiple MNCs. I never heard about that tool, how it's managed,
Okay.
how it works. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. So with the IBM, we can easily manage up to 2,50,000 endpoints. But again, in SSEM, we have some limitation for 10,000 PCs only. Okay. With single license
Okay.
or with single server. Okay. I'm
Okay.
talking about the single servers only. Okay.
Understood.
That you can compare, like, big fix is easy, is cost effective to set up. On other hand, SSEM is quite expensive if we compare this to big fix. Okay,
Okay.
again, it will allow us to create reports and export it
Any idea,
into
sir,
the
how much it is costly?
IBM or SSEM.
Both. What is the cost of
Actually,
licensing
no,
cost of
actually,
BigFix?
listen, actually, thing is that no one knows the exact license code. It's totally up to the corporate deals, right? Means if
Hmm.
corporate is dealing with weak fix, so as an average you can consider, like, at least 50,000 per client. Means I'm talking about the end user computer. If you are having 100 computers, so it will charge you at least 50,000 for single computer for 2 years or 3 years, whatever the tenure, I'm not sure. Okay,
50,000.
yes.
Oh.
Listen, in IT sector, data is everything, right?
Hmm.
So if the company is having their revenue in billions or in millions, right? Why?
Hmm.
Because of their products only. Or what is their product? Their product is data only, na? They are not creating any
Okay.
machinery, right? They are creating software. They are
Hmm.
creating the codes, right? They are creating the scripts. So This is the
Yeah.
data for them. So to secure them, this is not that much cost. Why? Because they are charging uh, 10x times to their client as well for the services. Okay.
Mm, mm.
These are the big players into the market. You have nothing to worry about the licensing. It's not your task. Okay. In every organization, you will get a separate license team who is responsible to manage the licenses. Okay. So we never know what it costs, but as an average, I just told you, it may be minimum at least
Sir,
50,000 per
what is the
device.
job scope in BMC? This
In BigFix,
BigFix? What is the job scope, sir? Yeah.
job job scope is very good. If I'm talking about that, are you working with MNC right now, or you are working with means for which company right now?
I'm working in MNC company. Company name is Navy Site.
Okay. So actually,
It's MNC company.
mhm.
It's not. Hmm. So
Look,
it deals with around more than
look.
5,000
If
servers.
I talk about the job scope in BigFix, so you will get multiple opportunities in companies who are uh, already equipped with the BigFix tool. Okay. So do not worry
Mhm.
about the BigFix. If you search on Naukri.com or any other website, you search for the BigFix admin, you will get thousands of job posted over there with very good package. Okay. I think more than 20 lakhs
Okay.
per annum it should be there. Means minimum 15 should be
Okay.
there. Okay, if not 20. Okay, so do not worry
Okay.
about the job scope.
Minimum,
So
na?
here is the conclusion. Okay, so here is the conclusion. No issue in that. So conclusion, this is not the right, as we are into the introduction only, so we are not covering conclusion so far. Okay, we will cover the conclusion when we set up and we tested the entire lab. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so I already explained what you have to do. You have to create few machines. Okay, and
Okay.
also, this particular video is recorded now. I will share the video recording with you, okay, for your reference. Please do not
Sure.
upload the recordings anywhere on social media platform. And
Sure, sir.
I'm just sharing, you will get all those documents within 5 to 10 or 15 minutes with you, okay?
Share this document which you are referring. And
Yes, yes.
do you have my email address or I can share with you?
Please text your email address. And I
Let
think
me.
it's almost 1 p.m. now. So what I have to do, I have to go for my lunch. And then after
No
a break, I
problem,
will
sir.
go with my office work, okay?
I have pinned you over Zoom chat
No.
my
Just
email
text me on
address.
WhatsApp. Just text me on WhatsApp, no?
I will, sir.
Okay, buddy. So you have to create few labs, okay? Then we will connect from tomorrow with practicals only, okay? Nothing
Sure, sir,
theoretical will be
sure,
there. Okay?
sure.
Okay, buddy. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Bye bye.